Hello, hi, it's Barb Pask back to paint today. I've started this painting recently. I'll back out a little bit and show you what I got here. This is a 12 by 24 canvas, and I lined up, as you can see, 4 pairs of shoes, sketched it on in charcoal, and I toned the canvas with red, so I probably will leave some of that peeking through, and this is just a wash of a dark color. And as you can see, I've blocked in the first pair. I'll show you the setup here. I'm going to be at this one a while. There's no rush. There's the 4 pair of shoes. I went to the thrift store. The ones on the right I've painted online before. The other 3 are all new. Those on the left are something else, aren't they? 90s maybe. So I had the red pair up there too. I was playing around with the idea of 5 pair because the eye typically likes odd numbers, you know, 3s, 5s, but it just felt like too much. I'd really like the idea of doing the rectangle format. I went out and bought this just for this painting. So this is where I am. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to take my time. We will not be finishing this today. As you can see, the fabric drapes over the front, and that's may or may not be what I do. I had some other thoughts. Another thought I had would be in this foreground area here would be to maybe set up some cosmetics, you know, tube of lipstick, compact. My husband said keys. I don't know. I'm open for ideas if you got any ideas. Not sure. So I'm just working my way across. I'm going to block in. This pair is black. Not maybe as exciting as some of them. I think they're really cute with the straps though. Got a bit of a shadow coming across here, and then little buckles that'll be fun, and a few little nice bright highlights down on the toe. So we'll see how far we get today. I just thought I'd let you join me. There's the 1 pair that's blocked in. So, all right, this is what we're doing. So I'm going to put in the darkest, which again, these are black, and the biggest part of them are very dark. Not a lot of variations, so and again, I used charcoal this time to sketch it in. Could have done it in thin paint, but this is just something I've had in mind to do for a while. It just seemed fun. And again, I'm in no hurry. It's not a commission, and there's no rush at all to get it done. So I'm going to take my time. When you sketch with charcoal, sometimes it helps to wipe some of it off because it can kind of make your paint a little resistant to paint over. going to do the darkest part of the second shoe too while I have it mixed up. This is a Rosemary & Company brush, Evergreen series, which is my favorite brush. And these are water mixable oils, if you're not aware of that. Big difference is that they're water cleanup, which you gotta like that, right? And I'm an impressionist, so I don't want to get too picky with this. I want it to be exciting brush strokes. And someone asked me what the difference between impressionism is and how I would explain it. And well, if you're a realist, you paint almost like a photograph. And for me, if I wanted a painting that tight, I mean, I feel like why not buy a photograph? Impressionism, of course, is my impression of it, but obviously a looser painting. It's about soft edges, and it's about paint application. Things should read correctly. I mean, it's not an excuse not to have a good drawing. When you step back from it, it should read as the object. But if you get up close, sometimes, you know, look at a section of it, it can feel very abstract. And again, it's a lot about paint application, exciting brush strokes, and maybe some areas that are really heavy. It's just like I said, it's not an excuse for poor drawing, you know, just to be loose and sloppy and say that's my impression. You know, I find that even with an impressionist painting, it can still feel it can feel like the object. I mean, especially when you back away. I just find it much more exciting way to paint. And I've got a light tablecloth below, so we're picking up some of that reflection in the shoe, so we'll have to get that. You know, we might even come back into them with some blues, or, you know, make them more exciting. If it were a black dog, I would never paint it all black. I would have blues and cools and warms and the toe here is much lighter from the reflection of the fabric. Just blocking in the pieces where I see them. Always saying it's like a puzzle. That's the best way to look at it. That way you're not deciding in your head what an object looked like and trying to paint that. It's about looking. It's about observing and really painting what you see. That's what it's about. much lighter right inside this shoe. The light's reflecting in there. And I don't mind if we leave some of the red peeking through. I'm sure we will. And that part of the shoe is light, but not as light as down in here. It's a little cooler, it's a little warmer down in there where it's catching more direct light. We've had a pretty fall here in Ohio. The leaves have really lasted a long time because it hasn't been very cold or windy. It's just been wonderful, really beautiful fall. I said we deserved it after the year we had anyway. Okay, and there's a shadow going across there that I'm going to want to get in. Put this shadow in that we see. It might not be dark enough. And there's a shadow there. I may warm that up even more than I have it, because this one's in the light too, but this one's a warmer light. I use a limited palette and a Warm and Cool Beach Primary White and Indian Yellow and Transparent Red Oxide. There are tube colors that are really handy to have. Like all the time, I mix up orange frequently. It's really nice to throw into things. That's what I did here. I mixed up an orange because it says I'm looking at this feels a lot warmer than I have it. And I'm using the same paintbrush so far, just wiping it off. Okay, I'm looking for the subtle differences I see in the value. This is lighter right in here, and it's catching that same light. Not quite as warm there. And right on the edge here, it's catching that warm light. You know, and I don't fear getting everything just so first time around. I mean, I'll just keep adjusting until we get it where we want it. And as you can see, I mix on my canvas frequently. Like if something's too light or too dark, I may come right in and just kind of mix on my canvas to make the adjustment of value. And this brush might be a little big, but let's see how far we can get with it. Inside this strap is very warm. And right in here. I think we're going to get a smaller brush. Didn't really plan on getting one this small yet, but let's throw some of these highlights in that we see. That's the buckle there, and now I don't see it, and phthalo blue is not a color that I keep on my palette often. but I like it, and I really like it a lot if you introduce it into blue areas. Looking forward here. And I'll tell you what I use it for, what I do use it for is if I'm painting those blue-green ball jars. I do like phthalo for that. So I'm going to squirt a little phthalo out here. Anyone may not like it, but I'm going to mix up a little bit of phthalo and white and maybe consider putting a little bit of that into these shoes. It's just a beautiful color. Let's go back to the little brush for a few things. There's a nice highlight here. Pick up much color there. Oh, it's just glare. I'm just not seeing it. Maybe you're seeing it. Very, very subtle shift of value around this hole here. Actually goes all the way around. Cute shoes, aren't they? These are my size. I doubt I'd ever wear them though. It's shocking what they want, what they charge for these shoes. I pay $8 for some of these thrift store shoes, and I think, who buys them? I mean, who would wear them? You know, You'd think they'd be like, you know, a couple bucks, $3. I don't know, seemed like a lot to me, because, you know, I'll keep them a while, but then I'll probably be donating them back. Good deal for them, right? You know, we'll be painting in the background, so, you know, that's a time that we'll be adjusting a lot of this stuff too. And these are snake skin. I'm not sure how we'll handle that. And blue. Again, give me your thoughts. If you think it would be interesting to just do the draped fabric in the foreground, you know, like I have there. You know, you see me do that in still lifes frequently. Do you think that would be interesting? Or, which is what I have. See, it would just be some of it shown in the foreground. Or again, we could lay some things in the foreground, and the foreground could appear just like it was coming toward us. And again, I thought about a makeup, lipstick, compact, jewelry, keys, perfume bottles, but I think they'd stand too tall. So, I don't know. Give me suggestions if you think of something cool, or if you think just the fabric would look better to keep it, you know, simplified. And but let me show you what I've got here. Like I said, we're just going to take our time with this one. I mean, where are we going, right? That's the pair we did today. And I think it's kind of fun how I threw in a little bit of the phthalo blue. There's the first pair, and then like I said, the next are snakeskin, and then these are blue with some pattern on the front. Not patterned, like draped fabric on the toe. So I want them to be impressionistic and loose. I don't want to get too picky, and I just think it's a fun theme. Like I said, I've done so many pairs of baby shoes over the years, and then I did, like I said, I did the red ones and I did the blue ones. Wait a minute, I'll take you over there and show you. They're tucked behind, well, someplace here. Let's see if we can find them. There's the red pair. There's too much glare to really see, and there's the blue pair back next to those. That was a little 5x7. Okay. All right, again, I'm in no hurry, so we're just going to be picking along at this one and give you a view of the whole thing. I think it's fun, don't you? Yeah. All right, like and subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell. Okay, I had fun, and watch for me next time. Have a wonderful day.